Good morning, guys. Today we're going to talk about double object pronouns. Okay, this gets a little tricky, so I need you guys to make sure you pay attention and review this video as many times as you need, or ask me questions about the lesson. Okay, so let's get to it. It says, in Senderos 1, you learn that direct and indirect object pronouns replace nouns and that they refer to nouns that have already been referenced to or talked about. So you will learn how to use direct and indirect object pronouns together. Okay, so here's a list of your indirect object pronouns, and here's a list of your direct object pronouns. Okay, so let me explain that a little further. Okay, so indirect object pronouns, which is this box, refer to people, while direct object pronouns usually refer to things. Okay, so this one is usually going to refer to things. All right, so if you look at my example, it says, La camarera me muestra el menú. So notice I put them in, I color-coded them. Okay, so me is talking about me. So it's saying that the waitress showed me the menu. Okay, so now I want to keep this, and I want to take the place of el menú. Okay, so the direct object pronoun that's going to take the place of el menú is going to be lo, because it's masculine singular. And I give you guys a reference at the end of this slide. Okay, so you'll learn placement in a couple slides, but I went ahead and put this there. So it always comes before the conjugated verb. Okay, both of them do. So it says la camarera me lo muestra. So me is saying me. Okay, me is used to show that the waitress is showing me. Okay, lo has taken the place of menu. It is lo because menu is masculine singular. Okay, so it's always going to come before the conjugated verb. This is going to refer to a person, and this usually refers to things. Okay. When direct and indirect object pronouns are used together, the indirect object pronoun always comes before the direct object pronoun. So remember, these refer to people, okay, and this refers to the thing. All right, here's another example. Nos sirven los platos. Okay, they, how do I know it's they? Because it has en. So they served us the dishes. Okay, I'm talking about the plates, like what you ordered. All right, they served them to us. Los is now taking the place of los platos. If you notice, usually what your article is, that's what your direct object pronoun is going to be. Okay, that's a little clue. All right, but you don't always have that. If you look down here, it says Maribel te pidió una hamburguesa. Okay, here you don't have la, los, la. Okay, you have una. All right, so anytime you see una, it's always going to be la. Okay, because it's singular. If this was unas, then this would be las. Okay, so this one says Maribel te pidió una hamburguesa. So I'm going to keep my indirect object pronoun here, which is te. So it says Maribel ordered a hamburger for you. Okay, Maribel ordered it for you. So now la takes the place of that. Okay, these are just some examples. ¿Quién te los dio? Who gave them to you? Okay, who gave them to you? Okay, so me los compró un chico muy guapo. Okay, so this one here, it's saying a handsome guy bought them for me. Okay, and notice it comes before the conjugated verb. Okay, so here we go again. So in Spanish, two pronouns that begin with the letter L cannot be used together. Therefore, the indirect object pronoun le and les always changes to se when they are used with lo, las, la, and la. Okay, so if I have le as my indirect object pronoun, okay, it's talking about him, I cannot use that over here. So I'm going to have to change le to se. Okay, se la escribí. I wrote it to him. La takes the place of the letter right here. And then him is se. Okay, so I have to change that. So you cannot use les and lo, los, la, or las together. You have to change it to se. Because se has multiple meanings, in order to clarify, you can add a usted, a él, a ella, a ustedes, a ellos, or a ellas. Okay, so in this case, we want to know that it's a girl. So Carlos se lo vendió a ella. Okay, Carlos sold it to her. All right, so se is her, clarification, ella. So double object pronouns are placed before a conjugated verb, which I kind of already went over that. So double object pronouns are simply indirect object pronouns plus a direct object pronoun. That's why we call them double object pronouns. Okay, here's some examples. Mi abuelo me lo está leyendo. Lo is talking about the book, okay, el libro, so that's why it's lo. And who is he reading it to? He's reading it to me. Here, I can also attach it. You might see that on VHL. But anytime you attach it, you'll have to put that accent mark over it. Okay, but it has to be an infinitive construction or a participle. In this case, you have estar plus your participle here. How do I know it's a participle? Anything that ends in Y-E-N-D-O, I-E-N-D-O, or A-N-D-O. Okay, so here it says, el camarero se los va a servir. El camarero va a servírselos. Okay, notice here, this is what we call an infinitive construction. So you have id, a, plus your infinitive. Notice that there's an infinitive here. So I can attach this to the back, or I can bring it to the front. Either way is correct. As you can see above, when double object pronouns are attached to an infinitive or a present participle, an accent mark is added to maintain the original stress. So again, it's just what I mentioned. Okay, here's your list. I'm going to put this up as a video, and I'm also going to put it up as your notes. You guys don't have to take notes this week. I did the notes for you since we only have like one day to go over this lesson. But again, your indirect object pronouns, I gave you guys the meanings of them. It's I or me. That is you, le, or se. Remember, if it's combined with lo, la, los, or las, you have to change it to se. Okay, so those are the meanings. So your direct object pronouns, okay, lo, it has to be a masculine singular noun, so el menú. If you see un menú, you still have to use lo. Okay, los plural masculine nouns, so los menús, or if you see unos menús, okay, you're going to use los. La is used for feminine singular noun, so la pizza. Okay, same here. If you see una pizza, you're still going to use la, okay, to replace it. And the same thing with las, okay? If you see unas, you're still going to use las. And remember, if you see los menús, it's automatically going to be los. Same thing. Okay, if you see la pizza, it's automatically going to be la. Okay? So the only ones you have to worry about is if it's el or if it's un or unos. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you guys. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to send me a message, send me a remind, tell me you don't understand so I can go over it with you. Alright, so here, last thing, you have, if you have a question first, you have to look at the first question to fill in the response. Puedes traerme, okay, tu plato. Alright, so can you bring me your plate? So who's the one that's going to bring the plate? You are. Okay, so in this blank, you would put no te lo puedo traer. So no, I cannot bring it to you. Okay, so this here is going to be te. Okay, so can you bring me your plate? No, I cannot bring it to you. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, please make sure you send me an email, send me a remind. Feel free to take your own notes on a Word doc, or feel free to write it on a piece of paper if it makes it easier for you. Okay, the original slide and the video will be on Google Classroom, so that way you guys can reference to it. All right, have a good day.